really thrown them off course. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I gave them love, and I make sure they know it. I make sure they know that part right there. And we'll see what happens with it. So anyways, back to the two things that we do not talk about at the dinner table. This is what, growing up in the South kind of deal. And I think it's really a nationwide kind of thing there. To be completely honest about it. I do see a few answers there. And by the looks of it, I'm not the only one. So, yes, it is. Religion and politics are the two things that when the other side of the family, the other part of the family, family gatherings, or the dinner table, those things was not discussed there. Why? I really don't. And this is honest truth. I really don't understand that one. Because, I would think the dinner table would be where you would want to talk those things. Because that's when we're all at one of our more vulnerable points in the day. Either it's the very beginning of the morning, we're just waking up, we don't know where we are, so we talk about it, and maybe you're like, wow, that kind of makes sense, wait a minute. Or it's lunchtime, so the day's already been going, we got the rest half of the day to come, we're kind of in a limbo, like, oh great, now what else can happen today, those kind of thoughts. And so we're caught off guard and we're like, oh shit, okay, I didn't see it that way, but maybe you're right, things like that. And then to top that off, sorry if you hear that. If you don't hear that, I'm not sorry. That is my reminder that I have my meeting with the Producer Success Blueprint sessions. So that ought to be cool. Alright, so religion and politics. So if those two things was the things that we was told not to talk about, guess what? Your boy B just so happens to be having a podcast talking about. Have you guessed it yet? Can you guess it? It's really not that hard. I mean, I'm just saying it's really not. It's politics and religion, and then you add in all the political correctness and the cancel culture that we recently have come across. Like, when did that become a thing? That threw me off. And here's another thing. This whole millennial Gen X deal we got going on. Look, I technically fall in the gray area. So there is a slight gray area. Now listen to me, Gen Xers. Don't attack me yet. I like to classify myself as a Gen X with that little 2 power to the power of 2, little 2 over the X part, just a little 2, showing that because I don't know what happened with the millennials. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I feel like millennials probably came in more around the 86, 87 years, not the 80s, because my beliefs, my roots, my teachings, the way I was raised was more Gen X style. I didn't have the timeout corner BS. I didn't have all the gear to be skateboarding or riding a bicycle. Like, you got on it and you rode it, and if you fell, I hope you got some tough skin, buddy, because if you don't, you getting tore up, and there ain't nobody there to help you either. You better get up, because you're going to have to walk another mile to get back to the house. Or ain't nobody there to take care of you anyways. Wreck your bicycle outside in the driveway. You've been home alone. You're home alone for the next 3 hours. Figure it out, buddy. You better know where some Band-Aids and alcohol is. Peroxide, preferably, because alcohol burns really bad. So, I really don't get the millennials. There again, like I stated at the beginning, I'm not huge on the whole labeling each other anyways, but this is a talk show. We cannot convey things other than by the way that we speak, and I can't convey to you all, sorry about that. Yes, I got a twang to my voice. I do have a southern accent. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Don't hold it against me, and I won't hold it against you. Alright? That's simple enough. So, anyways, I done forgot what I was at. Oh, the labeling each other thing. But I have to speak in layman's terms over here, because that's the only way we're going to be able to communicate with each other to understand what it is that I'm trying to talk about. Or the same for you. So, there again, if that's how you have to explain it, that's just how you have to explain it, okay? Just is what it is. Okay, so let me check out the chats one more time, seeing how everybody is doing. Looks like it is a dead zone there. Nobody around.
It's lit in here, huh?
It is not.
It's lit in here, huh?
Shut up. It is not. Oh my God. You think that's funny? You ought to wait till a little bit later. So anyways, we talk about politics, religion. We talk about it all. Now, yes, I am a ordained minister. I have been an ordained minister. I was ordained years ago, and I still currently do some, make sure I really emphasize this one, some weddings, some things I do that is available to me to do, possibilities to do. Some things I don't. As of right now, and I hope this doesn't rub you the wrong way, because it's surely not meant in a negative, bad scenario way anyways. It's that I currently do not step into a religious building anymore. I've kind of made up my own little rule that I refuse to do such. Now, I do have good reasoning, though, that I do have. I do know a good amount of the Bible. I did go to school for that. Liberty University. So, shout out to Liberty. You did what you were supposed to do. So, but it was a nice online school. So, I did go to Liberty. And I did study. And I also studied the Dead Sea Scrolls. And I did study some of the original context. Even though I didn't get to get the education in the ancient Hebrew language. Wish I did. I believe that if you're somebody that is seeking your God, then you should learn that. Learn that first, and then don't take anybody else's word for it. Don't take these 20 different interpreted Bibles that we have out here on the shelves as the word, because it's not. It has been interpreted by many people over many years and conformed to the world that we live in. Now, does that mean that people that do believe it are bad people? No. I never would say that about anybody being bad that believed in what they read. What I do say is they need to know that they need to research it further. Just because one man has one position, says it's this way, does not mean it's that way. Just saying. Same here. Don't take my word for it. Look into it. Research it yourself. And, hey, maybe you can prove me wrong. And if so, good. Thank you. Because now I have that knowledge. But here's a good, great thing to say to information that is given within this context that we're talking about here, anyways, within the good book, as most would call it. And it is this: before you try to take the speck out of your brother's eye, take the log out of yours. Just saying. Just because you can pick and choose what's bad about somebody else doesn't give you the right to do that until you clean your side of the street up first. That's kind of how I see it. Clean your side of the street. Keep your yard looking right, growing right, and treat it right. And then help somebody else. But don't neglect yours. Okay? That's enough of that for the day. Y'all done got me over here almost like preaching on some things. Now, I ain't that. I don't do that. So, anyways, I do know some knowledge behind what I am speaking of. That's what I was trying to say. I don't just blatantly just ward off all religions or all religious establishments and say because such and such. I don't do that. If I have made the statement, the rule, the law up to myself that I'm not going to go into an establishment like that again, there is good reasoning behind why I would make that statement. Is all I'm trying to say. Trying to give a little context to the story is all I'm trying to do.